you ever wondered what would happen if you drive a car too fast and things get a little bit unsafe? And that's when Dodge decided to make the most ultimate crazy thing out of it, and that was this thing. In 1996, Dodge Viper V10. This is the ultimate sports car that may look cool, but in reality, it's dangerous. And here's why you should never try to overthrow the fact about why you should never oversteer or overpower this muscle car. By starting off with a few basics about the Dodge Viper, the Dodge Viper's originality came from the Vipera snake, a poisonous, violent snake that is so poisonous that it could bite you and you would die instantly. Because of that said name, the Dodge Viper was known to be one thing: be dangerous, be fast. It wasn't just about being fast, it was powerful. Known for its 8.0-liter V10 power plant, a massive power plant producing about 625 horsepower. Horsepower figures so strong that they could basically rip your entire body and soul in half. Why? Because not only this thing was dangerous, it was aggressive, violent, it's angry. The angry personality of the Dodge Viper is so pure that most people were afraid of it, not just by how it looks, by how much power is forced right directly into this car. The Dodge Viper is known to be so aggressive that many drivers were killed when they drive this one a bit too hard, a bit too fast. Because of the Viper's immense power, many people have suffered multiple injuries and accidents with this car. And why would someone be brave enough to face this thing? Because one thing alone: the Dodge Viper is known for raw horsepower. Because the horsepower of the Viper was so raw, many people died in this car. The very car that Dodge made turned out to be a mistake. Once you overpower the throttle, things get too unhinged, because one wrong move and you're done. Your body would never survive a physical injury when driving this car. The Dodge Viper is known to be very powerful. 6-speed manual transmission, and that's about it. Nothing else. There were no creature comforts, no anti-light brakes, and you would basically die if you try to hit 200 km per hour in this car. Because the Dodge Viper is so dangerous, Dodge decided to quit making it in the mid 2000s, and then they decided to return it yet again in late 2019 into the new Dodge Viper SRT or ACR variants. But the RT10, it was the most dangerous one. Why? Because it had no creature comforts. It was basically a bare-boned race car, and it had no door handles. The only way you can get in is by opening the door from the inside, but if you place the windows directly onto the seals, then it's impossible to get in. The only way to get in is by having a door popper on the key remote. And also the boot lid, it was manual. Because of a manual sports car, it was impossible to control without any brakes or traction control controlling the vehicle's mightiness. The Dodge Viper is known for its violent and unapologetic personality. One wrong move and you would be dead instantly. The Dodge Viper is not just dangerous, it is dangerous. Because no one has ever dared try to be brave enough to face the Dodge Viper. The Dodge Viper is pretty much one of the most feared sports cars out there. It's known for its raw horsepower and angry personality. A personality so violent that many people have suffered fatal injuries when driving and owning this car. The Viper was not meant to be a gentle car. It was meant to be dangerous, fast, aggressive, and apologetic. And all of that made literal sense. The Dodge Viper, known for its personality, and that personality is wild. When Dodge made this in 1992 and 1997, that's when everyone made a very, very hard mistake to actually miss. And that was driving 200 kilometers per hour in a sports car that was made to kill the driver. And that sports car was the Viper itself. The Dodge Viper is not just fast, it was dangerous. So dangerous that many people never wanted to go near it again. They don't want to risk their lives for it. And that's the story of how everything went wrong. The Dodge Viper isn't wrong. It's unapologetic, unrecognized, and sometimes being one of the recognized sports cars can lead to a disaster. The Dodge Viper is not just a disaster, it is the disaster. Known for its raw horsepower was so violent that many people died trying to go over the speed limit in this car. And that is how Dodge made the Viper. A personality that is so strong that it never made any literal sense. The Dodge Viper is a poisonous, violent, and angry snake that basically feeds onto the car. The Dodge Viper is not just a car, it's a predator. A predator that never fades into a history itself. A predator that feeds on raw aggression and violence. And that is the story of the Dodge Viper.